Nocturnal. Nightlife just got better. Forget about everything for a moment.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and viewers at home. You are all welcome to Nocturnal, your nighttime variety show that takes you back to the old school.
You see the girl in back. If I get for my yard. Charlie, they do not too big. You they watch very close. She did
Remember the days of Autopista? The Gary Silkins, platform shoes.
And the chew and pour. That's
and the chew and pour. Knock, knock! Nocturnal! Television variety show that reminisces in tempo.
Let's party.
Knock, knock! Nocturnal! Knock, knock!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and viewers at home. You are all welcome to Nocturnal, your nighttime variety show that takes you back to the old school.
We are here to celebrate the past, the old school days, the current, and the journeys we've all undertaken.
All right, guys, so just put your seatbelt on and then let's take you on the journey of reminiscing in tempo.
Remember the days of Autopista?
Yes, I even did some.
You don't did some? The Charles hanging down and the Jerry Kell days?
Yes, and the Gary Silkins days.
The Gary Silkins, platform shoes.
And the chew and pour. That's
and the chew and pour. Where we used to soak our feet into hot water, get a cloth over our head, and start it mining.
Wow. All right, guys, so that's what this show is all about. We're taking you to the past as we discuss our noteworthy life today.
We also like to take this opportunity to thank our venue sponsors. That is Charm Sports Bar at Paloma. Let's give them a round.
And also would like to thank the Carton for their sponsorship. So right now, all you have to do is sit back, relax, and we'll be right back after this break.
Aquaba, oh sister, I know be a brider. Give me one chance, make I be a fighter, provider. Go for my man, make I be a pasta. We need you team, make I be a sponsor.
All right, welcome back, guys. If you're just joining us, this is Nocturnal, your nighttime variety show that takes you back to the old school. So right beside me is one of our guests. He's actually a co-founder and a CEO. You're welcome.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
All right, so you're the founder and co-founder and CEO of iSpace Foundation. So could you tell us a bit about iSpace Foundation, especially for those who don't know what's about?
Okay, so we are a tech and innovation hub based in Spintex. So we work with entrepreneurs, people that are working on technology, and pretty much people that want to start off their own businesses. So we provide space and training and basic funding for them. So.
All right, so why technology? Why did you choose that path, technology?
I mean, an interesting question. So technology is the only thing that kind of levels everything that you need to have, right? So when you look at mobile phones, for the first time, Africans are ahead of the gap when it comes to mobile phones.
We are?
Yeah, because we don't have to everybody you see has a mobile phone one way or the other, whether it's a dummy phone, as we call it, feature phones and smartphones.
Yeah.
So on that platform, you can do anything. And it doesn't cost that much to have. So for us, it makes sense to use technology, well, mobile phones anyway, to change society.
Okay, so I know that you work with tech needs for girls, coding and mobile apps in Ghana. Tell us about that too.
Okay, so again, it's important that we get a lot of women into technology, right? Because again, 50-50, they use technology as much as the men use, but when you come into hubs that we have, you tend to see a lot of men in there. And when we say coding, it's basically when you go online and what you see, like you type in, let's say, www.bbc.com, what you see, there's a back end, somebody's done that, and we teach them how to do that.
Okay, so how has it been so far, especially for an environment like Ghana? How has it been working in the tech industry with women especially?
I think it's been challenging, and mostly because a cultural thing. So they expect women to be going out, staying out a lot in the hubs. Some of them will stay to about 10 o'clock. The mental challenge is the fact that a lot of them don't believe in themselves that they can do it, whereas men, by nature, we're very arrogant, or we mask off our arrogance a lot, where even if we can't do something, we just do it anyway. Whereas a woman will have to go through the steps. Oh, can I do it? I can't do it. So you push them more. And what you find is a lot of these women, funny enough, are actually creating businesses that make sense. So I think once they get over that fear, they tend to do better than men.
Okay, so talking about businesses that make sense, are you saying that if you have a business, that it's important to actually implement technology to it?
Oh yeah, because right now you can't do anything without technology. Ranging from just creating a mobile app where people do this mobile transfer, right?
Mobile money and all
yeah,
that,
mobile money. You can't do anything without it, right? So business right now is tech-based, whether people like it or not. So you have to learn the technology behind it.
Okay, so I know that you do private consultancy for business startups.
Right.
Why startups? Why not, other fields, but why startups?
I mean, that's an interesting question, because mostly startups cannot afford people like me, right?
Okay, explain.
Because with my experience, I'm a business development person.
Okay.
So for you to be able to afford somebody like me, if I was to say probably charge you anywhere between $1,000 an hour just to work with you, right?
Oh.
So most startups can't afford that. And they are creating great things that businesses can work with, but because they can't afford that, you see they don't grow. So a lot of us are now doing the consultancy to help them do the whole B2B, B2C type setup, because again, if we don't do it, who else is going to do it?
All right, so what are some of the challenges that you face in this field?
Oh, Ghana is a nightmare.
Well, especially as a human being,
Right.
then an entrepreneur. So let's start with as a human being.
Okay, so as a human being, I always face that whole integrity thing, right? Because sometimes when you're doing a business deal for somebody, you think, should I just cut the person out and then do the whole thing myself? Or because sometimes you're thinking, will God punish me if I do this, right?
Oh, you actually think God will punish you sometimes?
Of course. I mean, you have to. God is the ultimate in everything you do, right? So you have to behave yourself in business. But in Ghana, you get challenged a lot. Because again, you meet interesting people that have money, so they like to steal ideas. So then you become the guy that stops them from stealing people's ideas. So again, the challenge is always helping smaller guys to meet the big guys. So.
Okay, so how do you stop these people? Do you actually chase them with a broom and a knife? Hey, stop it, don't steal his business. It's somebody's business, do not do that.
I wish I can, right? But what we tend to tell startups is an idea, they're like stars in the sky. Anybody can have it, right?
Okay.
So we kind of push you to create something we call an MVP, which is minimal viable product. So it's the basic thing so that you can then show to people, or some people know as a prototype.
Okay.
So we encourage you to create something that you can show. So that's another way of us encouraging you to protect your idea from it being stolen.
Okay, so I know that now you're in Ghana. You actually moved to Ghana.
Actually, no. I moved to Nigeria first.
Okay.
Then worked there for a while, then went to Ivory Coast.
Okay.
Then went to Kenya, went to South Africa, and then went back to London and then came back to Ghana.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So with Ghana was mainly accidental, right?
But you're Ghanaian, so how
Right,
is it
right.
accidental?
It was just because Ghana was never a place that I felt comfortable in.
Okay.
Right? Because all my friends, I think I have like 25 solid friends. and I'm the only Ghanaian in the group. So I never really felt like Ghana had anything for me until around 2003. And I came down, I know, I'm sorry.
She said, oh.
And then, you know, like, so in 2003, when I came down and I saw how Ghana's improved, because I left Ghana at 92, right? So coming back and then seeing how we've improved, I was like, wow. You know, nightclubs, streets work, education was great. Because funny enough, the best education I've ever had was actually in Ghana.
In Ghana?
Yeah.
So which school did you go to? Because I know like you had your primary education.
Right. I went to St. Benedict in
Benedict.
Down Yeah.
Any St. Benedict in the house?
Yeah.
DC in the house.
Yeah,
Down
DC,
in the house. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that was the best education because my head teacher was strict, like proper strict.
Strict like
He will beat you strict.
like what we would say back then, she's a wicked teacher.
Yeah, that one. You know, and
Wait, by the way, shout outs to all the wicked teachers back then
Yeah.
because you have made us. Thank you so much.
And I think because without discipline, moving to London, I saw a lot of people that I could have easily gone the wrong way.
Yes.
But because of the discipline that I had, especially from that particular teacher, kind of set me in the right path. So I think, yeah, it worked. Dedication, for me personally, worked. So,
All right. So since you've been out of Ghana for so long, you still remember the Ghanaian language? You speak Ghanaian language?
Yeah.
Okay, you speak Fanti?
Fanti,
Ga.
Chi, and Ga. So,
Oh, you're speaking everything.
I'm both Fanti and Ga.
Yeah, Fanti and
Yeah.
Ghana. So you're repping the both places.
Yeah.
All right, that's nice. So, you know, this show is all about, you know, taking you back to the old school and making you
Lord.
reminisce things. Tell me, what's your favorite music?
Hip hop.
Hip hop. Yeah?
Old school hip hop. So I would say from 92 all the way down to probably 2003. That's when hip hop died for me.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
JP, do we have something from, you know, the 90s or 80s hip hop?
Oh, that's 50 Cent. This is how we do, right? This is, yeah,
Okay,
50 Cent.
so give me your moves.
So because,
Give me a move.
oh, you want me to do like?
Yeah, let's go, let's go.
Oh, you can do.
What else, you know? What else?
And you can do it like.
This is how we do.
Yeah.
What again?
This is how
Oh, you can do. Yeah.
nobody knows what I do.
So you gotta be doing. Yeah. Oh, you can do this.
We been cruising that for a while. This is how we do. Nobody knows what I do.
All right, so thank you very much. Okay. All right, so that was actually fun. And we really had a good time talking to you.
Right.
And I hope you like really enjoyed it on the show.
Yeah, I did.
You did?
Yeah.
You did? You did? You
Yeah,
sure
I
you did?
did.
All right, okay, so before I let you go, is there anything you tell anyone, you know, trying to be an entrepreneur at this point? Because we see a lot of businesses springing up. Everybody's like, I'm an entrepreneur, but you consult, so tell them something, like your final words to them.
For me, I would say if you want to do it, do it. Don't ask anybody's permission. You're going to fail. Failure is a great thing because it teaches you, you learn. Don't give up and place God in everything that you do. I'm not preaching, I don't do that, but place God in everything that you do because entrepreneurship is hard, so you need something to believe in.
All right.
And just do it.
Okay, so it's time for us to go on a quick break. You don't go nowhere.
Nocturnal. Nightlife just got better. Forget about everything for a moment.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and viewers at home. You are all welcome to Nocturnal, your nighttime variety show that takes you back to the old school.
You see the girl in back. If I get I'm for my yard. Charlie, they do not too big. You they watch very close. She did Gialanta.
This is DJ JP, and you're live right here on the Nocturnal Show. And out of this lovely guest, these two are going to battle these two. And out of the winner, then they're going to battle each other. The winner gets a 100 CD special coupon from Decathlon. So give it up for yourselves, guys. Knock, knock. Knock, knock. And welcome to the Nocturnal Show. This is DJ JP. So he is sending home a lovely voucher, 100 cedi voucher from the Decathlon. He goes.
Welcome back to Nocturnal, the television variety show that reminisces in tempo. We have another exciting guest today. He has held very, very senior positions in the banking, in the communications field, and he has certain passions that I think he will let you tell us about. His name is Mr. Cecil Sunkwa Mills. You're welcome
Thank you.
to Nocturnal.
Thank you.
So how's it going?
We're working hard. It's busy. It's Christmas.
Okay, yes.
People are watching TV, so we've got to make them happy. So we've
Happy.
been working. Yeah.
What should we expect from DSTV this Christmas period?
A lot more excitement. But the big thing for Christmas is, for the first time, we got a big lineup. We'll be doing the Samini Fest.
Samini Fest, what's
Yeah.
that?
I think we know Samini. Samini
Oh,
is a big,
Samini, okay, the musician.
yeah.
Okay.
He's a big music legend.
Yes.
And we will be covering his show. So in case you don't have a ticket and you live anywhere in Ghana or Africa, you can watch that show.
Okay.
We'll also be doing Sarkodie's show. We'll cover it on the 25th. And then we'll follow it up with Beam Nation,
Okay.
Stoneboy. So it's an exciting Christmas. It's not just DSTV, it's DSTV and GoTV.
GoTV, okay.
We're bringing a lot of big Ghanaian excitement onto the
Excitements, right,
screens
yes, okay.
and into the homes of people.
Okay.
for
And
Christmas.
these music festivals can be aired across Africa?
It will be aired across Africa.
Okay, on
through-
what channel?
On DSTV, it will be on the Fiesta channel.
Fiesta
And then
channel,
I think
okay.
on DSTV it will be 126 or so. Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll be updating on social media. Yeah.
Right, okay.
And then on GoTV.
On GoTV, right,
Yeah.
okay. Any discounts? No, I love discounts. We love discounts.
Yeah, you've just got to pay early and you get discounted.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you still run I think if you pay for 11 months, you get the 12 month free?
Exactly.
You're still running that
Yeah,
promo?
we do.
Fantastic.
And we're looking at other options too.
Okay, okay. That's great. So if you are on a DSTV channel, just pay your subscriptions for 11 months and I get the 12th month will be free. Now you're talking about the different channels. I know that I think you've introduced 3 new channels called Rock.
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3. And I think one of the Rocks airs a lot of Ghanaian programs. I think this is a great avenue for Ghanaian music, Ghanaian film people to able to air out their stuff.
Yeah. I think as Ghanaians we've got to grow our own.
Okay.
You know. So yes, we know a lot of what Nigeria has done in terms of the movies.
Yes.
There's Nollywood, and they've gone ahead. But we've also grown along the way, and we thought it was important to have a channel dedicated specifically for Ghanaian movies.
Right, okay.
So we did a partnership with Rock, and they launched Rock 3.
Rock 3, yes.
Yeah. So Rock 3 allows Ghanaian, if you've got movies and producers, to provide content to put on, including African Magic. But Rock 3 focuses on Ghana.
Okay,
And recently we also launched the Fiesta GH,
okay,
yeah, which is in partnership with, it's a channel owned by EIB.
okay.
So they also focusing on entertainment and music. So that's why through that launch, all the big music festivals will be run on that. And they play 80% Ghanaian music.
Fantastic.
So this is what we're doing in a little space for the industry.
There are exciting channels coming up, eh?
Always.
Okay, and what about next year, 2019?
2019, I think there's a lineup of also different sports
Okay.
coming up. So we'll look at that. And then we'll also be expanding in the mobile area. We've done some partnerships. Now you can take your DSTV with you on your phone and you can watch it.
Okay.
Actually, if you have an account, you can connect up to 4 devices.
Right, okay.
So maybe if you don't have an account and you know somebody who has an account and you're good enough, the person will let you connect to his account.
Okay.
And then you can have 4 people watch it. And we've done partnerships with some telcos, MTN and Vodafone, so it does not take too much of your data. We have very low packages, as low as 1 CD a day,
Okay.
or 20 CD for data.
I think we've come a very, very long way in the television industry, where I used to remember that there used to only be one channel.
Yeah.
I think that was GTV. Does anybody remember that? Yes. And today we have a multiple of channels.
Yeah.
So do you remember those days?
Yeah, and
Black and white, I think.
yeah, when you put it on, the TV has to heat up before the picture comes.
Okay.
And then when your father says don't watch TV, when he comes home, he'll just check for heat. If it's hot, you are in trouble. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What else do you remember on those days?
Those days, in fact, if we're looking for music, there was no FM.
It's AM.
It was AM and then SW1,
Shortwave 1
SW2,
and 2.
shortwave. I'm sure people are wondering what that is. But that was radio, and then you tune it. If you remember, then it falls. And I loved music a lot.
Right, okay.
So we spent a lot of time on, there was a radio station called Radio Numero 1 in Gabon. And they always had a lot of music. So you took a small radio and in school, we always used to catch up on music.
Music, right? Okay. Okay. So what are some of the other passions that that you have? I read somewhere that you love animals or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. I used to well, I've slowed down a bit, but I used to raise dogs.
Dogs, okay.
And sell. I've done a lot of poultry. I've sold chicken. I've sold eggs in all the places in Accra from Abubuloshi Market.
Okay.
Yeah, so that. But I love animals, so I've got.
Actually, this is a season where the chickens and the goats tread very, very carefully in my village.
Yeah.
There's they find themselves into the pot.
Yeah, Christmas was usually big season.
Big seasons, yeah.
Yeah, usually by this time, I would have sold all my chicken already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Excellent.
I'll be going back.
You'll be going back?
Yeah.
Back to it?
Yeah.
Back to your own passion, eh?
Yeah.
Fantastic. What about some songs?
Songs?
What are some of the old songs that you
know, old songs a lot.
Yes.
You know, I used to be a DJ on a pirate station. Don't tell anybody.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, when I was in university, yeah, so we got the guys in tech and they built a transmitter.
Transmitter, okay.
And we used to broadcast in Legon.
Legon, okay. When you went to Legon?
Yes, I went to Legon.
Okay.
Yeah.
What secondary school did you go to?
I went to 2.
2 secondary, okay.
From 1 to 5, I was in Infantsville. Then I did 6th form in Achimota.
Achimota, okay.
Yeah.
Motown, eh?
Yeah.
Ah, yes, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are some of the favorite songs then?
Songs, anything, Whispers, Delegation,
Whispers?
Kool and the Gang.
Kool and the Gang.
Quite a number.
What about this? What about any of these current moves? Zonto, I hear.
There's a new one. The one that you die. I wonder after Patapa now this is what's happening. I wonder what the next one will be.
And also thank you for coming on to Nocturnal,
It's
the
been a
variety
pleasure.
show that reminisces in tempo. Thank you for your time.
Thank
and we'll
you.
look out for all the beautiful discounts and the great movies and the other entertainment stuff you're going to put out there on DSTV.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Everybody know that skill do that. Oh, skara, skiriba. So bad, I promise. I wanna, by the way, I just a place. If you none of them, I need the edit. Give me space, I dey praise. I don't want that in my body, dirty rip. For the love, for the hate. One come and say, I'll get, I hate. That living is time, I hate this. No be now you go to talk, no be now you go to talk, no be here. When you go see your body, say you be boss. See me, you know the first, make the puppet just a loss. You follow on, see for you, all about do that, do that. Everybody make us do that. Give me fast. I know they like it, so they give me fast. Pick up plans, yeah, pick up plans. This year, everybody pick up plans. Take your time, Eddie, take your time. I know you guys, so I don't go feel relax. Do that. Everybody do that. Do that. Because yeah, do that. Yeah, I'm on a pressure. I'm on a pressure. Yeah, I'm on a pressure. Everybody do it. Yeah. Feel like everybody do what they need to do. No be giddy guy for me. Do one fast, do one slow. do what you know. You for I say you only live once. You look for the boys, for the girls. The niggas show they know since color. For the man them, for the young girls. For the ones who love by the conquer. Yeah, so put your hands in the air. Like you really don't care. Yeah. To the left, to the right. Oh, you go there, you care. Do the dance, do the dance. Everybody make us do the dance. Do the dance, do the dance. Everybody make us do the dance. Do the dance, do the dance. Everybody make us do the dance. Do the dance, do the dance. Everybody make us. She go dance, and if I move, she go move. Yeah, yeah. Knock, knock, nocturnal. Nightlife just got better. Forget about everything for a moment. Let's party. Let's party.